Welcome back to the Night Shift by Doing Dope Things. I am Tex.
And this is Franco.
And we have a guest today.
We do.
My name's Luke.
Hey, Luke.
Hey, Luke.
Yeah, you're getting a little ahead of ourselves.
Yeah,
here.
for real.
I know you're just excited to be on the
for
show.
For real. So, for those that don't know, this is Luke. But let me tell you a little something.
Yeah, we're going to hype you up a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to hype you up a little bit.
Come on, man.
So, I guess it was like a year ago, we decided that we were going to go to the Toby experience.
We did.
We had saw this this background singer on a song called, I think it was 100K. And I was like, okay, cool, white guy.
Let me preface this by saying that Tex has a very unique eye for talent, okay? Tex he's a Tex or Darren, a diamond in the rough Texada, so you already know.
But we digress. So I went to experience the Toby experience, but what blew me away, and there was nothing wrong with Tim Woods or Madeline, I think her name was.
Yeah.
Okay, there was nothing wrong with them. But I saw a young man get up there, just a young man and his guitar. And he stole the show. That young man was Luke Whitney. That evening, I sent a DM to him and was like, hey, man, you are amazing. Please tell me what you said in that song about the gasoline. But you know what? I just want to introduce the world to Luke Whitney. Before we forget this, sir.
Thanks, man.
Please let the world know where they can find you on social media.
Yeah, because I will forget. At I'm Luke Whitney.
It's pretty easy.
The common misconception is I am Luke Whitney. No, it's just an I and an M.
All right.
Thanks for clearing that up, Luke.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so, let's get right into it, man. We usually start our interviews with asking people just how they are. So how's everything been going for you, and just how's everything, mentally, and where are you at?
Better than ever. I'm in the happiest season of my life.
That's good to hear,
Thank you for asking. Yep.
Usually that stuff rubs off on people, so, keep it up.
Yeah, I literally had a session from 10 p.m. last night to 7 p.m. this morning with my homie Labox.
So, you've been working all night. We appreciate you making time to join us here at Crumbville, Texas.
Yeah, this place
our
is cool.
Title sponsor for the show.
Real good cookies and cupcakes.
We are at 2316 Elgin, at the corner of Emancipation and Elgin, formerly known as Dowling, across from...
Drop a bomb on it.
Yeah. We'll drop a pin across the street from Emancipation Park.
These are trying times. Maybe don't want to drop bombs.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. Now, Ella and I actually were discussing, someone asked what we would describe you as. What do you describe yourself as in regards to what type of singer are you?
I am a bluesy acoustic soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, keep it concise. I got
But in the sake of mainstream, R&B, pop, soul.
So
but in the sake of more mainstream, I'm just pop music.
Okay.
I just try to make good music. I've noticed that a bunch of my music lately has sounded a lot different. It's not sitting in one space.
What do you think is the reason for that?
Because of all of my influences growing up.
Go ahead and drop a few.
Yeah. Let's
get right into it.
So my spectrum of growing up, I was born in Oklahoma, so I was a country boy. My mom was a country singer. My dad was a farmer.
Wow.
So I was a little country boy wearing boots and Wranglers and big belt buckles until I was about 7. And then I moved to Tennessee with my mama, and I got more into punk rock and metal.
Oh yeah.
and screaming rock music.
So there are long-haired Luke Whitney pictures?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, with black hair. And
You were goth?
I wasn't on the goth line, but I was pure punk rock. I was individual spikes, with the parachute pants.
Hell yeah.
And the skateboard and you know what I'm saying, going to NoFX concerts, MXPX concerts.
Okay.
And mosh pits as a wee little lad.
When you say a wee little lad, how old are you?
I was 9 years old.
Yeah, but Where does that take us to today?
I'm 28 now.
Okay.
But yeah, when that was rock and roll, okay? And then when I moved to Beaumont, I was 11. And that was like I got softer. I got more into the Dashboard Confessionals.
Okay.
The Copeland, Death Cab for Cutie.
I'm with all that. See,
old stuff.
Tex, he's a little bit older, maybe just a bit. So that might have been,
first of all,
might have been outside of his peripheral. But I went through a phase myself.
I've listened to Death Cab before. Mm-hmm. It wasn't. I mean, I'm not really opposed to any of that. It just wasn't in my wheelhouse.
Right. I mean, that's all we're saying. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, it's not in mine either anymore. Yeah. But after that, man, I became like infatuated with the drums, and so.
How many instruments do you play?
I can dabble. Guitar is my main instrument.
Okay.
Drums was my first love, and I can pick on the bass, and I'm learning the keyboards and piano and stuff.
All right, so, you have your childhood in Oklahoma, you wind up moving to Tennessee, you have that background with your mom being a country singer. So how's it that you get into music originally?
Her. For sure. Everybody in my family sings, though. Well, not everybody, but most everybody in my family sings. Like, my dad can sing, my mom, of course, both my mom's sisters, both sets of grandparents. So it's in my blood.
I feel you.
It's I'm not going to say that I could sing my whole life because I couldn't. I didn't find my voice till I was like 14.
Okay.
My mom always told me I would because I was always that pissed off little kid. The whole family singing and I couldn't. And I'm like, why did it miss me?
So were they not letting you sing with them at that time?
No. They were completely welcoming it every time, but like I just couldn't. I was just trash.
You just weren't finding the notes.
I just had to figure it out and find my voice, but I left puberty.
Oh, yeah.
Got you.
And I found my voice.
What was the song that let you know that you had found your pocket?
I pretty much, Aaron, the lead singer for Copeland.
Okay.
He taught me how to sing. Pretty much. I played that album, their first album, Beneath the Medicine Tree. I don't know if it's their first album, but it's one of their first albums, Beneath the Medicine Tree. I sang that album over and 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 over again.
So then you found
that was pretty much like the only music I listened to at a certain point in time was Copeland and Dashboard Confessionals.
Yeah, I feel like we all go through that phase where like we find the stuff that really we identify with, and we just kind of we used to have to. Back in the day, your cassette would wear out, but I mean now it's kind of like you just listen to it as much as you want.
Right.
So I mean, how is it that you start actually playing music and start developing your sound?
Okay. That leads. So I'm 6th grade, right? 11 years old. I'm jamming Copeland and Dashboard Confessionals, loud, and so naturally I start learning their songs.
For sure.
And I do an open mic night.
At 11?
Yeah, at a place called the Log On Cafe. I was probably 12.
Okay.
Log On Cafe in Beaumont, Texas. This is like the place that has like cut my teeth in Beaumont. Yeah, I did a little open mic. I have pictures of it. Open mic night when I was a little guy and trying to sing.
Okay.
I wish I had some video of it because I know it was not any good. But I kept doing that. And I kept finding, the courage to sing out loud. And my mom would always tell me, it's okay. You're going to find your voice.
Okay.
Because I was growing up around how it was supposed to sound. A lot of people grow up listening to music, but it's trash music.
That's true.
Not no shade on them, but
I mean,
they grow up listening to music that isn't good music. And I always grew up to how pitch is supposed to sound, how your tone is supposed to sound on different songs, how and rhythm and control and all that, and it rubbed off on me.
So you had all the technical support in regards to what you were listening to, and then one day it was like, okay, wow, I'm Luke Whitney, I can finally sing. When did you first step out there by yourself? When did your parents, like your mom, say you got it? When was that? Because it seems like you were looking to like, man, one day I'm going to let my family's going to know that I can do this.
Right. So My mom has a band in Beaumont. She has. I've sang for that. I sang for that band for 7 years. And man, dang, what was the question?
So I want to know, when was it that your mom or your family base was like, "Hey, it's time for you to step to the forefront. You got it."
With years of playing, I learned songs, and my mom would be like, "Dang, like, you know, that's good." And so she would start taking videos of me.
Okay.
And so there's actually a video on the internet of me, a little clip, a little corny clip of me and my mom singing. I sung a Mark Broussard song called Gavin's Song, and she loved when I sang.
He sings Home, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Mark Broussard. He's a bad.
Because he's from Karen Crow.
Huh?
He's from Karen Crow, Louisiana.
Is he?
Yeah.
Nice. You know more than me.
The trivia over here.
Hey, well, you know I win that game every time.
Love it.
But yeah, mom noticed that I was all right, and she kept encouraging me. And after I found out that I could actually sing and that I was good at it, I was bit by the bug, and I never wanted to do anything else. So school, I wasn't very awesome because I was like, I don't need this. You know, I always wanted to be a musician.
So were you like doing bad at school around this time?
Yeah, you know, not the best.
When you say bad at school, like, did you graduate?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because
I wasn't like failing classes left and right, but I wasn't.
You just were not interested in school.
I wasn't there. I was in basketball and on my guitar and with my friends.
You can hoop?
I used to. I've been walking on a torn ACL for like 6 years. I hadn't gotten it fixed yet.
Why? What is?
You know what I'm saying?
Don't you? I mean, because you got like a whole stage, you know, there's arenas and stadiums that you're going to need that for.
For sure. And I'll get it fixed. I'll get it fixed one day.
Working up to it.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty cool how you're saying that, like, you grew up listening to good music. Because, you know, I grew up in a musical family, too. And even though my parents are Mexican and we listen to a lot of Mexican music, like, my dad still kind of opened it up for me with stuff like, you know, we're talking about Elvis earlier and the Beatles. Yeah. And, like, he knew that stuff was good. So he wanted to show me that kind of stuff, too. So did you ever listen to, like, that kind of stuff? Or, you know, growing up in Oklahoma and Tennessee, stuff that wasn't necessarily country music that stands out to you?
For sure. But it was like, you know, country music is a staple in my life for sure. Like going back to my grandparents, of course, Papa and Papa Glenn, both sets of grandparents, they were jamming Elvis.
Oh yeah.
They were jamming old Hank Williams, old stuff like that. So like classic country is definitely in my life.
So you don't listen to Brad Paisley?
But see, that's 90s country. When we bring it into 90s country, that's real nostalgia in my life. Because like I said,
you lived through it.
The first 7 years of my life were Wranglers and boots.
Got you.
Because my dad is a straight up farmer.
I got you.
Like when I get around him, my accent gets a lot thicker. But you said what was the...
Yeah, like was there something else that you listened to outside of country that maybe stands out to you? That kind of opened your mind up a little bit?
Yeah, I remember in high school I got into Ray Charles, like heavy. And I got, you know, a huge heart for Ray Charles because that was something different. And then that led me into like Billy Preston.
Oh, yeah, for
and,
sure.
Okay.
And other old soul like that. But a lot of people told me that Bill Withers, my voice sounded like Bill Withers, so I listened to a lot of Bill Withers. But like, dude, my musical horizon is insane. Like what I want my music to sound like now is a mix of some old soul, Bill Withers, Ray Charles type stuff with like some old Eagles rock with like those big harmonies and real instruments. You know?
I feel you.
Like I feel like I can blend all the old and modernize it.
So I'm over here fanboying a little bit just because I love the Eagles.
Love them.
So we want to just kind of jump ahead a little bit because what I found was funny too. Like, I mean, we saw you do the Hundo, but then I heard the same girl with Slim Thug on the Suga Daddy Slim album.
So before we get straight into that album, I want to say Slim Thug, he could have rested on his laurels forever because he's a Houston legend.
Right.
But he kind of reinvented himself, you know, like with the Sugar Daddy Slim stuff.
Sugar Daddy Slim.
And how is it that you become involved in that?
So Steve-O, Stephen Townsend, my homie, my business partner, he's involved in Houston.
Right.
And he introduced me to Donnie Houston.
Right.
Yeah.
Who produced that song. Donnie's the homie now. So they just asked me, hey, you want to do a song one day? Steve-O was like, hey, man, you want to do a song with Slim? And I was like, what kind of question is that? Like, come on. And so a couple days later, they were like, we got to do it fast because this, at the time, they were like, SDS. This SDS album is going to come out,
any day now.
We got to get on the ball. And so a couple days later, I was in the studio with Slim and Donnie, cut the record, and a couple weeks it was out.
So what was the process of making that song like, especially being in there with Slim Thug?
It was cool. I walked in, Slim wasn't there. Hung out in the studio, listened to the song, listened to Slim's hook that he had on there before, and Donnie was like, you got to rewrite it, man. It's not going to hurt his feelings. And I was like, all right, cool. So I rewrote it in the booth, and it was a quick deal, And then after I was done with it, Slim came in, checked it out. He liked it. And I had a gig right afterwards. So, that was probably 6 o'clock. I had to leave. I probably got there at 4:30 or 5. So
you were quick.
I got in and out, and I had a gig that night. I had to go make it happen.
Now, the other song that I heard you on, and we're going to get to the Toby in a little while because that's
my dog.
Take My Shine, you and Delorean.
Yeah.
That is, you've seen me on the video singing it as my morning motivation.
Yeah.
How'd that come about? Because
D-Lo's through Steve-O too.
Because I think he's one of the most underrated artists in Houston.
100%. Did you see the challenge that he just put up?
Yeah. But I'm still tripping on his the dedication to
Nip
Nipsey Hussle. Yeah, the Nip tribute.
Come on, man. Yeah, D-Lo's the most slept on in Houston.
He's a very talented person.
Like, the dude is crazy.
And the fact that he builds decks is my favorite.
Right. I love it. I love everything about D-Lo. His flow, his class. He stays true to, the whole tradition of H-Town rap. You know, and I feel like he's a beast. He's a problem out here. When I heard that challenge that he just came out with the other day, you can go look at my comments. I said, chill, bro. Chill out.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, Slim Thug recently did a challenge for the King of the North, or the H. He has a new album coming out called The King of the North. He said the top 5 will be on the remix immediately, but it had to be done by, I think it was like 2 days he gave people to do it.
Right.
And definitely one of the best ones.
D-Lo, he's on the album.
Yeah. So.
Come on, Slim. I'll be upset.
That's crazy. Now, we have. I guess this is one of Ella's favorites too, because of the intro, it says, "Damn girl, you look good." Misbehave. What was man? That's my shit.
Shit.
That is my shit right there.
I'm glad. So that was with Track Sounds, and that's through Steve-O too. All these people I'm meeting through Steve-O, because the dude is connected. He knows everybody. I feel like in the circuit. But I got in the studio with Track Sounds one day, and that was just an organic session, man. It was real quick. That was get in, lay the guitar track down, and he's going to start building it, and I'm going to start writing it. And it happened real quick. That's the only song me and Track have done. We hadn't got in together again.
I've never heard a song where you mentioned ACDC and Marvin Gaye.
Come on.
And it was like, it went together. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so
yeah, like I was picturing some Coyote Ugly vibes on there. You get what I'm talking about?
That's real.
I understand that. It was a terrible movie, but
the movie was whatever.
right. But the idea and the truth of it all, is pretty remarkable.
Yeah. So
and how all that used to happen.
I can't.
Like, that's a whole thing that used to be a real deal, and it probably still is. In certain parts of the world. I'm sure that there's girls getting down out there. I hadn't seen it, but
sir, I believe those times. I don't know what your status out there in the world is, sir, but I'm sure.
We don't get to snitching on doing
dope
things.
We don't snitch on doing dope things, but your time's coming. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't snitching.
Yeah. So, how did you connect with Toby for the 100 song?
Okay, so Toby hit me up. So 420 is Toby Day in Houston.
Right. We were there.
And so the first time for him to ever hit me up was April 20th of 2017. He hit me on Instagram, and he said, "Hey man, I think you're dope. I saw you through D-Lo."
Yeah.
And I was like, no, he saw me through my homie Chris Harp. And he just said, "I think you're dope, man. I need you to come perform at my dope art show."
Okay.
And at the time I was in Atlanta, and I was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. I might not be able to make it. And he was like, well, if you do, like, I need you here. So I ended up making it, and I ended up doing 3 more dope art shows. But Tobe's had his arm around me the whole time he's known me.
Okay.
He's definitely stuck his neck out there for me a few times. And yeah, that was just an organic Instagram meeting. You know what I'm saying? He hollered at me, told me, "Hey, I got this show, and I want you to sing at it." And it was all history from there. We just kept linking up.
You guys wind up going on tour together. What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's had his arm around me. He's pulled me everywhere. I performed at his first headlining show. Y'all were there?
We were there.
I went on his first leg of the tour, and then the second leg, and then, I think it was 23 cities in 33 days. The first one was 6 dates. We hit L.A., Chicago. I'm blanking. But yeah, we hit 6 dates the first time, and then the second time was 23.
Okay.
And that was awesome. That was so awesome. No openers, just straight Toby for like literally an hour and 50 minutes.
That's awesome.
I mean, y'all saw the 420.
Yeah,
show.
I saw.
We did.
That was.
It was unique. This is the best way that I could
It's a
describe
whole
it.
experience. It ain't just a show.
Yeah, it was definitely a great show. It was also the first time that Luke and I actually physically met in the flesh.
He caught me.
We were like, oh yeah,
On stage.
Yeah, we were just chilling. I was like, okay, but we're not wrapped up yet. But there is a question that I have to ask, and I have to ask this live on camera. I think this question is coming.
Come on.
I need to know what is being done with the song Gasoline, sir.
I knew it was coming. Okay, so I was set to release that song in October of last year. And I set it up, and here comes Steve-O again, out of the woodworks. "Hey, man, what you doing?" "I'm at the gym. I'm dying." "Hey, man, what's up?" I'm like, "I'm at the gym. What's up?" We gotta take Gasoline down." And when he said that, I was like, man, like, because this has happened to me before. I'm like, man, like, what's going on now? And so he's like, "Man, we got to take Gasoline down. Somebody wants it." And I was like, all right. And then he told me who wants it. I can't reveal any information on who wants it, but somebody wants it. And when he told me the names, it was a no-brainer. I need you to take it all down. And so we did. And it's been that was October of last year, and with the names given on who wants the song, I'll probably never release it. I'll wait forever for them to release that song.
So, needless
I know that's
to
a
say,
heartbreaker, but
So
hey.
no. I have my guesses of who I think they are.
Yeah, you'd never guess it.
So I've got like 4.
I won't be able to confirm nor deny.
I've got like 4.
Okay. You can spit them out if you want to.
All right, 2 of them sang a song together at Country Music Awards.
Okay.
That would be JT and CS.
Okay.
I'll put those 2 in there.
Okay.
I think there's
Those are good guesses.
Huh?
Those are good guesses.
And by the JT, I mean Justin Timberlake and Chris Stapleton.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
My other guess is kind of just out there.
Mm-hmm.
I think Usher wants to get back in the game.
Wow.
Okay. That's a stretch.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking if you're gonna take it down, you're gonna take it down for somebody that can.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, like the people that want it, I'm not a huge fan of their music. I never have been. But like they are a force. You know what I'm saying? So there's
really and the only other person I can think of, since you're not a huge fan of some of their music, which is, you know, hurts my heart a little bit, but I think it may be somebody that we talked about recently.
Oh, really?
You know, they punch a button on The Voice and turn stuff around.
No, that has nothing to do with these people.
No, I'm talking about that guy. He's got a sleeve kind of like yours.
Oh, Maroon 5?
Yeah.
Nah, not them.
Okay. Well, then I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah, I told you never get it.
Well, I mean, I hope we hear it soon.
On another note, have y'all heard Ed Sheeran's new album?
Yes, with all the guest features and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy, he's on another level, man.
He said Chris Stapleton, and it brought me right to that Bruno Mars Ed song.
Yeah, dude.
What?
This is a funny story for the podcast about.
Steve-O showed me that last night.
Yeah. Well, like three years ago or so, me, you, and Brian, we were riding up somewhere, and I was like, "You guys, you got to hear this fucking country song that just came out. This shit is great." And they're like, "Nah, we really don't want to fuck with it right now." I was like, "Just listen to it. You're gonna love it." And I put on Tennessee Whiskey.
Yeah, I loved it from the jump.
How long does that sound? Like 4 minutes and 26. For 4 minutes and 26
there was
seconds,
silence.
There was silence
in the car.
And then after the song is over, I hear, "Go ahead, play it again." So we must have listened to it like 3 times in a row.
Yeah,
that's such a great song, man. It's such a great remake, I would say.
I put that song on SoundCloud. It's got like 500,000 plays.
I mean, awesome. It's a great song, and then with your voice, how could it not? It's a winning formula.
I've always said my voice is a nice little mix of Justin Timberlake and Chris Stapleton.
Okay, well,
Fergie and Jesus.
Boy, if you don't go,
you are too kind.
Yeah. For those that don't know, I dislike Fergie with a passion.
She ain't an awesome singer.
Yeah.
I mean, after the national anthem thing, it's kind of.
She's not the worst national anthem. She's not Carl Lewis. I mean, he's not a singer, but I'm just saying though. Like if you get up there,
she's a full blown multi-platinum world.
No. She's a. You know what? We're not doing that.
We're not doing that. I love you,
no
Fergie.
Black Eyed Peas slander on our podcast.
So, I guess with that being said, what do the folks have? What do you have coming up for the folks to look forward to, sir?
Lots. Like I said, me and Labbox were in the studio last night for like 9 hours. We got a cool one. When this camera shuts off, I'll show it to you.
That's a bet.
Oh.
But,
okay.
But yeah, like we got a lot. We've nowadays it's content, like what you just talked about. We just need to put out as much content as possible, and I don't like that whole Gary V thing where he's talking about you need to do a song a day, you need to make a song a day, because that's Russian stuff. And if I'm gonna do a song, he's like, yeah, you do 50 songs and pick the best 15. No, it's like for me, I want to do 15 songs, and I want to do 15 songs.
That's like the Kanye West method.
You know, I don't want to do 50 songs and only release a fifth of them.
Yeah.
I want to do songs and release all of them because I believe in everything that I do. It's kind of like not having a backup plan, you know.
That's true.
Put all of your eggs in one basket and believe in it.
You're trying to bring all the eggs out.
Come on, man.
Which is funny because you still eat eggs, right?
Yeah. I do. I still eat eggs. But I don't eat meat no more. And I don't eat cheese or butter.
What was the thing that made you stop
any
doing
dairy?
That?
I just got upset of waking up feeling bad all the time. Plus, I have stomach problems. So, like...
That IBS, man, I can relate.
Well, I got my gallbladder taken out.
Oh, shit.
And...
Damn.
So, for a long time, I was, like, trying to figure out, like, what was going on with my stomach. And, you know, it's an accumulation of a couple different things, I believe. But, yeah, we won't get into that.
Well, on that
we'll save everybody that's watching this.
So, the last thing, we always ask our guests... to give us some words of wisdom, things that they may live by.
Mm-hmm.
It could just be something that's on the top of your head right now.
I mean, I've put everything into the golden rule. I feel like religion is based off the golden rule. I feel like if everybody in the world would just treat everybody how they want to be treated, I think we'd solve a lot of problems. But with humans, we are greedy and selfish. And so that takes away a lot of the golden rule. And so if people could just stick in their mind to treat their neighbor how they want to be treated, I think it would solve a lot of problems.
All right, well, that's Luke Whitney leaving us with some words of wisdom here. We're at Crumbville, Texas.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
2316.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Elgin?
I believe so. Is that what it says?
Yeah, that's what it says right there.
All right. But appreciate you guys
listening
and for Luke Whitney to come by and talk to us.
Sure.
Anything else, Tex, before we depart?
That's it. Again, my name is Tex.
And I'm Franco, and we'll catch y'all next time. This
And
is
I'm
Doing
Luke.
Dope Things. Luke Whitney. In the flesh. Peace.